Hi everybody and welcome back to another Gran Turismo Sport update video here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Now in today's video we're looking at update 1.19 that's just been released, and this comes with 9 new cars guys and a legendary circuit which we're going to be checking out in this episode. We're also going to check out all the other stuff that they've added on the update and all the fixes and issues that they've addressed as well. It actually is a good update, so stay tuned. We're going to go through every single car individually, so they're all the cars they've added and we're going to be having a look at them and all their stats, and we're going to be buying one of these guys. There is a few that I'm not going to be able to buy in today's episode because of their price, but don't worry guys, I will be trying them out at some point. Now this is the legendary circuit they've added, the French legendary Le Mans 24-hour circuit, and that is going to be amazing to race on. Endurance races are not going to get much better on that circuit. Now there is a few other things that have been added, but like I said, we're going to go through that. I'm going to quickly jump into the patch notes. We're going to run through some of the main features and issues they've addressed. Then we're going to check out all the other stuff guys, so please stay tuned. So let's get straight into that now, so here we go. Right guys, we're just going to have a look at some of the fixes and issues they fixed on this update 1.19. Now they've made a few fixes to the sports mode with the player registration details, and as you can see they give you a run through what you need to do to fix some of the issues. They've also tweaked the local rankings and it's going to be based on your place of residence. That is cool. They've also fixed the lobby. Now the maximum tyre multiplier, tyre wear and fuel consumption in the event settings screen has been increased by times 10 to times 30. Also there is a few fixes to the arcade mode in time trial. The default value of the shortcut penalty in options in penalty settings screen has been changed to weak to none. There's been a few fixes to the GT menu as well. Right guys, so the menu fixes are that the sports mode registration information has been added to the option menu under general tab, so it's possible to change your contact email address and all your details in there, which is good. They've also fixed an issue that people had after update 1.18 with the Thrustmaster THAA shifter, and it was not being applied properly, and that's been fixed. Also a maximum of 2,000 cars can now be placed in the garage, which is absolutely amazing. And they've addressed an issue that people were having with the volume adjustments for items such as player engine sounds in sound volumes was not being reflected properly, and that has been fixed. And there's been a few other fixes as well. I hope he addresses some of the issues you guys were having. I think it's an amazing update. Now let's get straight in and have a look at some of the other things they've added. So here we go. Right guys, next up we're going to check out some of the new events they've added to the campaign. So first up in the Beginners League we've got the Group 4 Cup, and I love the Group 4s. I think that's one of the best categories on the game, so that is an awesome one to try out. So let's get into the next one. Right guys, next up in the Amateur League we have got the World Hatchback Championship, another good category, the N300. There's some awesome cars in that category and some brilliant circuits to race around, but they do need to address the AI level. That's something they do need to work on. Right, let's get into the next one. Right guys, next up in the Professional League we've got the Lamborghini Cup, and they are very tough on this going to race in the N600 category. Some really tough circuits as well, definitely worth trying out. Right, let's get on to the final one in this update. Right guys, and the last one is the Endurance League, and that is the GR1 Prototype Endurance, and of course it's added the new circuit there. Really tough endurance race that will be, definitely worth trying out, and a lot of credits at stake as well. Definitely worth trying out. Right, let's move on to the next part of this update. Right guys, next up they've added the awesome French legendary circuit, the Le Mans here on skates guys, and they've added loads of different pictures from all around the circuit, and I do believe there is over 30 different locations, and you just got to flick through them because some of these are really good. Now if you do like your artwork or you make your thumbnails from these pictures, I'll tell you what, you've got a lot of choice, and they have literally gone around the whole circuit and picked out the best parts at different times of day as well, and I think there is 36. That is absolutely brilliant. A big thumbs up for me for that one. Right guys, next up is the best part of the update, is checking out all the cars. Now there's 9 cars on this update and 3 of them are specially for the circuit they've added as well. Now 3 of these cars are going to cost you 1,000,000 credits because they are GR1 cars, and the first one is the Jag XJR9 from 1988. Like I said, it's going to take a while. I'm going to have to build up my credits and buy some of these because I definitely want to test them out on that awesome circuit. Right guys, the second car on this is a Mercedes, and I'll tell you what, this car I've actually raced quite a few times on many different games, and I think I had a setup on this car on Project Cars, I think, around Spa, and I absolutely loved it. It's an awesome car. It's a year newer than the last one, but again it's 1,000,000 credits. I'm going to just have to get on this game and just absolutely beast it to get some money. Right guys, next up we go into Renault Sport, and there's 2 cars in here in 2 different categories. Now both these cars are well worth having in your collection. Now first up is the Clio RS 220 and from 2016, and that is going to be awesome to race, and that is in N200. And the one that sticks out for me is a GR4, and it's the Renault Megane Trophy 2011. Probably the one I'm going to buy in today's episode based on how much they cost credits wise, but like I said, I will get one of those GR1 and test out the new circuit, and we might test out the new circuit but just in a car I've already got in the garage. Right guys, next up is an absolute classic from 1967, and it's a Lamborghini. But guys, if you've got a lot of credits, you're going to lose them now because this one is going to cost you a fortune. Yes, it's 15,000,000 credits. Now if you're lucky to get one as a gift car, I'm going to hate you forever because I probably won't get one. But if you do get one of these, please share your replays, because I would love to see what this one's like, because I do like classics. But there you go guys, another N400 classic added to the game. Right, let's get into the next car in this update. Right guys, next up is another classic, and I'm going to absolutely piss myself if I see anyone trying to race this online, and it's a Fiat 500F from 1968. Look at the brake horsepower, 16 brake horsepower guys. It literally has 0.0 max speed. That is how quick this car is going to be, but it's going to be an absolute laugh to muck around in it. Anyway guys, let's move on to the next car in this update. Right guys, next up is another car they've added especially because of the legendary circuit they've added in this update, and it's a Nissan, and it's another GR1, so it's going to cost you another 1,000,000 credits, and it's the Nissan R92 CP from 1992. Well worth having in your garage, but like I said, if you've got loads of credits, you're going to just be able to just slap that in your garage. But for me, I'm going to have to build up my credits. But it's another awesome car to have in your collection. Right guys, next up is a road car from Subaru, and this is a slightly newer car as well, and it's a BRZ-S from 2015, an N200 car, which I do like racing on this game, so that's definitely going to be added to the garage. Right, let's move on to the next one. Right guys, next up is the final car in this update today, and it is another Lancer Evolution GSR from 1996, another classic, and it's an M300 4-wheel drive. Looks pretty decent, slightly more brake horsepower than the previous car, and another car I think is worth having in your collection. Right guys, this is the new circuit they've added on the update 1.19 today, and it's the Circuit de la Sarthe, and that is the 24-hour Le Mans circuit, and they also do it with no chicane, and we will be testing out this circuit in this episode today guys at the end of the video. So let's get straight into testing out one of the new cars. Right guys, before we test out the new circuit in today's episode, I want to buy one of the new cars that came with update 1.19, and I'm going to race it in one of the new campaign modes. And then after that, we're going to do a lap around the new circuit, the 24-hour Le Mans circuit, in a car that I've already got in the garage because I haven't got enough credits to buy one of the cars they especially added in this update. I hope you appreciate that guys. So we're going to jump into the campaign mode and we're going to test out this awesome car. This is going to handle really well. So let's get straight to it now and see what this is like. So here we go. Right guys, we're going to test out this awesome Renault Megane Trophy 2011 around the Willow Spring International Raceway. Now we're going to test out this car first guys, and then we're going to do a lap around that new circuit added on the update. So let's see what this is like. Now I've turned all the assist off apart from ABS, but the Group 4 cars are one of the best categories on the game, and most of them handle really well, so I'm expecting this one to be pretty good. Now, I have raced this car on a few other games. It feels pretty decent. Let's get nice and tight into that turn. Let's try and push this car as hard as we can and see if we can win the race. But the AI do need to be improved on this game, so I'm not expecting them to give me too much of a challenge. It is on the amateur league as well, so they're not that great on this level. But let's see how we do. Nice and smooth through there. And this car feels pretty decent on the steering wheel. We're using the Logitech G29 today, but yeah, I will be on another steering wheel very, very soon, and I will be doing a video on it. I'm not going to reveal which one that's going to be. You know, I've already got a Thrustmaster, but I'm going to be buying another wheel very, very soon. Right, that's nicely done through there. This car's pretty quick, and it handles, it feels very, very sturdy as well. But like I said, the GR4 cars on this game are pretty decent, so I'm expecting this one to be raced quite a lot. I'm not sure whether it'll be one of the best or one of the fastest out of this category, but I'm hoping they do add on an update, just one make races, so you can race online and you can select so everyone's in the same car. That would make it a little bit better. And we're absolutely powering past those cars into lap 2, and it's feeling pretty decent. Brakes feel very responsive, and let's keep it nice and sturdy around there. Now we're going to have to use one of our GR1 cars from our garage to test out the new circuit added, because I haven't got enough credits to buy one of the new cars that they especially added for the legendary circuit. But I will save up as soon as I can, as soon as I've got enough credits. Let me know in the comments below which one of the 3 you want me to buy, and I'll make sure I buy that one to test out in an awesome race. And we might be doing some races online. I might do an open lobby if you want to join me on that legendary circuit, and we can do some small endurance races, which would be really, really good fun. Right, let's keep nice and steady. Now this car absolutely feels really grounded. It sticks to the road really, really well. Now we're only on the racing softs, we're not on the super softs, so even with the super softs it's going to handle even better, but it feels really grippy, very responsive, and the speed of the car is pretty decent as well. I think this is going to have a decent top end. I'm not sure where, like I said, I'm not sure it's going to be the fastest in this category, but it feels it's going to compete against some of the good cars. Right, just hold it nice and smooth through here, and try not to push it, and we're just going to absolutely annihilate them. Now I haven't adjusted this at all, and I haven't upped the power. The AI just on this level are just absolutely woeful and will not give you a race. In some of the other levels, once you get to the professional league and the endurance league, they're a little bit better. Still, that is down to tactics, especially in the endurance races. But I do like the fact they have added the campaign, and it was one of the things that I wanted them to add from the start. Shame we had to wait for it, but the game is improving and they keep on fixing things, so I think Gran Turismo Sport has been a pretty decent game, and I do play it quite a lot. Maybe I haven't done as many videos as I would have liked on the channel, but I've been so busy. I've had a change of hours of work recently, which has affected the amount of videos I've been able to show on the channel, but we've got loads of new games coming soon, so I hope you stay tuned. Right, it's not too bad through there. Coming towards the end of this 3rd lap, and we're absolutely going to fly away with this race. And I'm looking forward to trying out the new legendary Le Mans 24-hour circuit. I haven't raced around there in a long time, guys, so I'm going to be a bit of a noob around there. I'm going to struggle a little bit, especially in the GR1 cars. I'm not sure which one I'm going to pick. I think I might choose a Toyota. I've got a really nice Toyota one that I haven't raced that much, so I might go with that. But like I said, let me know in the comments below which one you want me to buy out of the 3 that are available since this update. Right, let's see if we can just improve a little bit more on this lap. And this is a very tough circuit. It's not very forgiving. Once you get one of the wheels on the gravel, it is game over. I'm pretty sure they will use this circuit in the online races, especially for the GR4s in this car. I can guarantee you that. Right, let's keep it nice and steady through there. Nice and... It does feel very good. Definitely don't need to use stability or traction for this car. It really does handle very well. I think even on the hard tyres it's going to be very grippy, and you're not going to have any issues accelerating out those slow corners. Right, let's hold it through there. Nicely done. Definitely has decent brakes. It feels very good on the brakes, and it's not understeering. it feels very, very good. But every time I've raced this car, even on other games, I've always liked it. So I'm not surprised this being a very, very good car. Let's keep it nice and steady through here. Make sure we don't ruin this race. Nicely done. Accelerate onto the straights. And that is the race over and done with, guys. Right, so it's time to move on to test out that awesome legendary French circuit and see what that's like. I'm hoping and fingers crossed they've done a really good job on it, because we've all been waiting for a world circuit to be added, and one as good as the Le Mans. So let's get straight into that now. So here we go. Right, guys, so here we go with our first experience around the 24-hour Le Mans circuit here on Gran Turismo Sport in a GR1 car. Now, I've picked the Toyota, but like I said, I will buy one of the new ones as soon as I've got the credits. But we're just going to do one lap, and I will show you the replay after, guys, because I don't want to make this video too long. I hope you enjoy this. Right, let's see what this is like. I've got to remember this circuit. It's been a long time since I've been on this circuit, but it is a circuit they've had on previous Gran Turismo games, and I was very, very surprised they didn't add it again from the start. And like a lot of people, we've been very, very upset at the amount of circuits they have added on this game. They still need to add more, but it is 2 more circuits added, well, 2 variations, because they've got this one without the chicanes as well. But I haven't adjusted the car, so I'm not sure whether this one is going to max out on the top speed. I'm pretty sure it will, but like I said, once I've got a few more cars, some of the new ones in this GR1 category, I will set them up nicely for this circuit, and I will race around here. Right, what speed can we get up to? Yeah, it's definitely going to max out, but we should be able to get past the AI. Now, this is only 1 lap. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to win the race, but I'm going to try my best. Right, we're coming up to a tricky section here. Let's slow it down and keep it nice and steady through here. And just try and remember this circuit. It's quite a lot to take in if you haven't done a lot of races around here, but it is a very, very good circuit, and it's definitely a good one to test out the top end of some of those really high powered cars that we've got on the game. And I do like the fact with this update you can have up to 2,000 cars in your garage. That is insane. I don't think I've got anywhere near that amount. I think I've got probably about 200, but nowhere near the 2,000. But there is a lot of people I know on my friends list that have got every single car in the game. Crazy that they've done that. I wish I had the time to play this game over and over again to build up the credits, but I play so many other games, so that's never going to happen. Right, so let's keep it nice and steady. Oh God, I got bumped there into that corner, so I was obviously a little bit too slow even for the AI. That really shows that I haven't got the pace around here. Right, that was really, really dangerous there. I could have gone straight off the circuit, managed to hold it. Right, let's see if we can get past. And we're up to, oh God, he's blocked me off there. Right, can we get past? No, he's not having none of it in that Hyundai. Can we get around the outside? Yes, we managed to get past him. I think he was really going to block me off there. Right, so let's see if we can catch up. We're coming towards the end of this circuit now. So we're going, oh my God, I've been bumped again. As I slow down into that turn, keep it steady, don't lose it. And we have got traction control on one, because this car out the slow corner is an absolute nightmare, and that's not too bad through there, but we need to catch up if we want to win this 1 lap around this circuit. And we're coming towards the end, and you've always got to remember on this circuit you've got some really tricky chicanes right at the end, and you've got to try and stay off the curbs, because you will pick up penalties for it, and you've got to be really careful. So let's see if we can get past him in this section, holding it right onto the apex there, trying to hold the speed. And I remember this section, and we're coming to the end. Can we get around the inside? Oh, that was a good move there. Last couple of chicanes, this is where it gets really tricky, and I think there will be a lot of crashes on these sections on the online races. I can guarantee you that you're going to get a few idiots that are going to just run straight across these chicanes. Right, that's the first one, and now this is the one that I see a lot of people struggle on. Key it through there. Not too bad for the first time in a long time, and we should take the win, but the AI are just absolutely woeful on this game at times, and I shouldn't really have won that, but I did. I'm going to leave you a replay of that race. Please enjoy it, and I will see you very, very soon for some more Gran Turismo Sport here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please give us a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you very, very soon.